Quick question, is
Yep.
it best to do it in sections, dab a little, then brush?
I always do sections because the paint has a way of drying fast. And so I like to do it in little sections. Good question. I should have remembered to have mentioned that to you. All right, so you see, then I picked up my pearl and I've gone back over all of it, and it adds that extra shine to it. All right. I know right now that doesn't look like a whole lot of anything, does it? But we're now going to do the same thing to our cakes. And we don't want to stack our cakes and then do this to it because you can't get close enough to that edge. All right, other than you take a paintbrush and stuff and go down into it and stuff. All right, so holding on to your cakes, or you can put it up on a turntable if you like. We're gonna come in and do the same movement to this, and I'm only gonna do a small section for you so that I can show you all of the layerings of the different corals, because after that point it's like watching paint dry. Yeah, we would be watching paint dry. All right, so here we go. Once again, do the same thing. All the way around, keep it moving. People at home are going, really? She's using a sponge on a cake. Yes, you can. And then I'm going to take my dark into there. Okay. Once again, trusty. You've got to love how many tools you have to have for this, though, right? So far, we have.
Oh yeah.
Sponges that we got at a dollar store, one paintbrush. You're gonna come in and pick up a little bit of that and then bring it across, all right? I'm gonna come up and do the top part a little. All right, good enough on that one. We're gonna bring in this color now. Come in on your edges. Don't forget your edges. And it's just simple, it'll roll across there. Pick up your, and we're gonna blend. I've been asked, wouldn't it be easier to use an airbrush? Well, you would never get the same movement with an airbrush. Your airbrush would spray, you'd spray over, you could get beautiful coloring, but it's that movement of all of those colors being blended together that gets us that under the sea look, okay? So we have that then. So then I came back with, remember I put my white over here? I'm going to come back on top of that, pick up the white, and I'm using the side of my sponge. The side of the sponge has got a lot more of the little pores in it. See them? Like a shell. All right. So that's the side of that I want to use then. I'm going to pick my cake back up, and I'm going to make sure I got enough off there, and then I'm going to come in here and just dab. All right, dab. And you're making coral that comes on up, okay? Got a question? Yay, a question.
Question, can you do this with buttercream?
You can paint on buttercream, yes you can. You just want to wait for it to crust a little bit, and then you can go right on over it. And the whole thing is, when you're dabbing, you just dab softer. Yep, you can paint on anything, all right? So I've got that there, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of that blue off of that paintbrush, get the paintbrush back out so that it fans, and I'm going to come in and pick up a little bit of that green. And then I'm going to come in. There's a question.
So is the trick with painting on any cake using gel colors?
Yes, gel colors and airbrush colors. All right, so I'm going to use the edge now. Before I went across, and now I'm just going to use the point of it, and I'm going to come in here and dab.
Oh.
All right, so you can see that you've got, and by doing that, it makes that seaweed that comes off of the bottom or off of a shelf area that's been built itself onto a seawall, and then that comes on up. And so you can make it as thick as you want or as thin as you want, and you can just continue going on out around it. All right? Just makes it really quick and easy to do, and I love that.